Happy New Year,
Happy New Year.
2021. We are so excited to be here. It's Stephanie and Derek Evelo with the Evelo Team at Keller Realty, and we are here for our monthly market update with our special guest and recurring specialist here, Bob Warner. Can you introduce yourself?
Sure, Bob Warner, Senior Realtor Partner with the Evelo Team, and happy 2021 as well.
Exactly.
So we're excited to kick off this new year, and I think in order to do that, I know the market has already kicked off hot, but can you tell us what did things look like here in December, Bob? What happened in the local housing market?
Yeah, so I'll switch over here real quick, and we'll get rolling. We kind of try to cover the same pieces of information each month. So this is kind of the culmination of 2020 here, just a couple weeks into 2021. So there's just 5 or 6 pieces of data we like to look at, right, just to give you a clear idea of where the market is overall locally. So this first slide here just tells us a little bit about the number of days on market on average and the average median sales price. So some real interesting numbers here. We'll see that the year-over-year change for the cumulative days on market went down 43.3%. So that just means homes are selling really fast. On average, home went on the market and was under contract within 34 days at most, right? Obviously, a lot of them selling in the first or second day. The higher you get in price point takes a little bit longer, and then there's a whole bunch of in between, but on average, 34 days on market. And then probably the most interesting one, at least to those of us that are homeowners, especially if you're considering selling it all, the year-over-year median sales price increased 14.4%. So that's definitely the highest we've ever seen in our market. Then moving right along, just a little bit on closed sales and pending sales. So pending sales were up 28% year-over-year. Closed sales were up 20.5% year-over-year. Which is really interesting because when we look at these next couple slides, one of them will talk a little bit about inventory, so I'll switch back to that in a second. But along with that average median price, one of the ways we break down pricing is into an average price per square foot. So you'll see that even went up 12.3% year-over-year. So those two numbers kind of combined give us an idea of, generally speaking, your home has probably appreciated somewhere between 10 and 15% over the past 12 months.
Those are amazing numbers, right?
Definitely things we
increase
typically don't see in our market and generally don't see in the Midwest, right? 4-season climates, no oceans, no mountains. So we typically don't see a significant influx of people in. Here, just real quick, the average list to sales price ratio, we call it. So on average, those homes that sold had a 98.4% of asking price. So a pretty astronomical number. And that was up 1.3% year-over-year. And then just real quick, the last slide here. So inventory, right? If you happen to be buying right now, you probably noticed that there's an extreme lack of available inventory. And when homes do come on the market, they go really quickly. So active inventory, we're down almost 51% year-over-year. And then just before we hopped on the call, I know I mentioned this, but we dropped to a 0.7 month supply of inventory for December, which is down 61% year-over-year. So,
and what does a 0.7 month supply of inventory really look like?
So we do try to take a look at that each month. That's kind of the next slide up here. We do business all over the Indy metro area, but I've just kind of gotten in the habit of polling like 5 of the northern suburbs where we do a significant volume of business. So Fishers, Noblesville, Carmel, Westfield, Zionsville. I just take a look each time we do this little market review and see how many active listings there are in each of those areas, right? So you add up all 5 of those and we literally are only at 372 active listings among those 5 suburbs today. And then the other thing I like to look at is, what's the total number of active listings under 250,000? And there's only 27 total among those 372. So that just kind of provides some real perspective of what that looks like.
Those are numbers I would have never thought I'd see in my entire real estate career. That's
right.
crazy.
I mean, I can remember in the day where we would look in the MLS and there were over 18,000 active homes for sale, right?
Yep.
Literally at one point in our career, there were 18,000 homes active for sale.
And
So
as you saw, one of those slides
wow.
on there, we're just a tick above 2,000 now. So what a change, right?
Unbelievable.
What a change. So what are the interest rates looking like? What's the outlook for 2021 for interest rates?
Yeah, so we always kind of try to take a look at that to let you know where we stand historically. At this point, obviously now we're kind of into prediction mode, right? We're ending 2020, and now kind of those pundits or those experts are giving their prediction for 2021. So at for most of 2020, interest rates were fluctuating around 3% plus or minus a little bit in each direction. And you can see the four kind of pundits or experts here are all kind of predicting that, on average, we'll probably stay in that range for most of 2021. You can see they're predicting Q1 of 2021 will kind of be the lowest, and then maybe slight increases in Q2, Q3, and Q4.
And so, Bob, with that, I'm just curious, what are the latest numbers in new construction?
Yeah, so I was going to just hit real quick and I'll hop to that. The other thing I like to look at with the interest rates is this gives us a little idea of the buying power, right? It's always good to see that. So I know I saw something this morning last year in Q1, that average interest rate was right around 3.75, where today it's about 2.75, right? So that's about a 10% increase in buying power year over year. And then hopping over to that new construction, what we like to look at is the Builders Association of Greater Indianapolis kind of gives their number of permits pulled each month. Unfortunately, they didn't have their December data ready just yet. So I brought the November slide up again, which November was crazy, but it was either the second or third month in 2020 that was plus 40+% year over year for those months. And then overall, they were up 21%. And I imagine even once we see December numbers, I have to suspect it's going to be in that 15 to 20% range, which is pretty significant.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a lot of new construction going on, but with no inventory, they have to, right? The builders are trying to keep up.
Exactly. And we've talked about that a little bit, right? That's a good way to make up for a lack of inventory, is to make new widgets, right? Or in this case, we're making new homes. And so it is a good time to potentially capitalize. If you have an existing home, right, and maybe you're kind of bursting at the seams, or maybe you're an empty nester, you either need to move up or down. That is one way to create inventory, is to capitalize on 15% increase in median prices for you as a seller, and then take that into new construction.
That's awesome. And any final thoughts about 2020 and going into 2021?
Yeah, we always like to end on a couple things. So first off, I just really want to start and say thank you to everyone on behalf of the entire Evelo team. 2020 was a record-breaking year for us. We were able to help 223 buyers and sellers for a little over 60 million in sales, right? And we have big goals, right? We definitely like to help even more people buy, sell, or invest in real estate in 2021. Obviously, this is the time of year where a lot of people set goals for themselves, both personally and professionally. And we'd just like to say, hey, if you have on your list of goals this year that you have interest in buying, selling, or investing in real estate, we'd definitely love to have the opportunity to earn that business.
Absolutely. I think we all share that same sentiment. So
yes, we have big goals and big aspirations to impact the lives of many around our local market here. And it's not only about impacting the lives of the clients that we work with, but each home that we sell, then we're impacting lives of others through our Filter of Hope partnership, providing clean water to those who have not been able to take part in clean water. So yes, impacting lives in lots and lots of ways. So thank you so much, Bob, for this information. Thanks so much for sharing this so that it can give everybody an insight as to where we are in the market and what we might be looking forward to here in 2021. We're very hopeful for an amazing 2021, and we want to help each person make it their best year ever. And so if making a move or buying a home, selling a home, building a home, or buying an investment property, maybe buying a vacation home somewhere out of town, out of state, whatever that might look like. We would love the opportunity to be involved with that and share in helping to make that an amazing experience and opportunity for them. So thanks so much for joining us today. Again, Happy New Year for 2021. And thanks so much. And if you need help, please contact us at our team. You can email us info@eveloteam.com. That's info@eveloteam.com. We'll mention it here in the thread, but then also you can call us at 317-863-9011. And you will get our team's office, and we'll get you one of our licensed agents to help you. Our goal is always to create raving fans, raving referrals, and so that we would also get raving reviews. So we just appreciate the opportunity to serve you and your family, hopefully here in 2021. And remember, as always,
Make each moment
make
count.
each moment count.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Bob.